Personal brand has been a buzzword for the past couple of years because people crave for authenticity and people want to know the story of the founders and they want to meet the founders themselves when they get to know a brand. Because they like to get to know the authentic you, the real story, because they don't just connect with logos anymore, they connect with people. And today, I want to share with you my own personal branding story, how I started my personal brand journey from scratch. I am Melon and I'm the co-founder of Melrish and I'm the Chief Creative Officer here. And I'm also the founder of Olivia Pearls. So we're going to be celebrating our first anniversary soon. And today I want to share with you the journey of how I grew my personal brand from scratch. When I was such an introvert, I still am an introvert, hiding behind the camera and trying not to speak to people as much as I can. But I realized that to connect with people, to connect better, you have to be louder. You have to rise above the noise with the social media, with the videos, the onset of social media with the videos. There's TikTok, Instagram. You just have to be louder. Otherwise, how will they know that you're an expert in what you do? Tip number 1, start with your why. With that, one of my favorite books is by Simon Sinek, Start with Why. So when you're starting with your personal journey, think of your why. Why did you start the business? People want to know the story. So from my own experience, when I started Melrish, me and my husband founded Melrish because of our personal experience with wedding photography when we got married in 2008. And with Olivia Pearls, the reason I started Olivia Pearls because I believe that honoring my parents' hard work, especially my mom who is Olivia, and supporting the Philippine pearl industry was very important to me. Having a strong why makes your brand relatable and it shows. When you tell the why behind your business, people find it relatable. Like for example, the reason why we started Melrish because we want to shoot authentic stories. We want to show that it's better to tell stories than have a really nice wedding photo or video, but the story or the real you is not told through that photo and video. So that's how we started, and even till now, we focus on candid, we focus on the moments, we focus on the emotions, and we focus on the stories, whether it's an event, whether it's a wedding, or whether it's a brand that we're telling a story of, whether it's a social media content. So when you want to share your personal brand journey, start with your why and share it on videos and share it on your posts. Tip number 2, show up consistently. So when I started, I was just posting. It was social media back then in 2009. Instagram was not a very in thing and definitely there was no TikTok. But recently, I started showing up on LinkedIn and guess what? My impressions grew, my engagement grew. And then people recognize me whenever I go to event because showing up consistently builds familiarity and recognition over time. Show up consistently doesn't mean you have to post every day. It just means that you show up on that particular time, even if it's twice, 3 times a week. People want to know when they will expect you. When they know that you will post every Tuesday, they will look for that post. So that's why if you're following my channel, I'm trying to post every Tuesday, trying to be consistent on YouTube every time. I know it's very difficult. In LinkedIn, I have been posting consistently. I have been posting 4 times a week and showing up at the same time during the day. And that helped me grow my audience consistently. Impressions 1000% month by month. You too can grow your personal brand by showing up consistently. Tip number 3, be authentic and transparent. But it doesn't mean that you should overshare. Being authentic means that you don't hide behind filters, that you don't have to think about polished videos or photos. Being authentic means that you're comfortable with who you really are. And that connects with people. People don't like perfect. Perfect is not relatable anymore. And when you're authentic, you connect better with people, and that helps build your personal brand over time. And when you are authentic, people trust you. People trust people, not brands. So it's important that you be transparent and be authentic. But of course, manage your boundaries, and that is also important. Authentic but having boundaries. Tip number 4, build your online presence. It's going to be hard and not sustainable if you want to be everywhere all the time. Pick 2 platforms. For example, for me, I have selected LinkedIn, so I'm not on TikTok. I have a presence on TikTok, but I have not invested a lot of time on that. I'm trying to invest a lot of time now on YouTube and experimenting on YouTube. If I post consistently, will I get results? Because we are a content agency and we want to see what works better for founders. What works better if the target audience is this segment? So this is something that we're trying to study, and we're trying to always build evidence of in our company, the Melrose Studio. So what does it mean build your online presence? Is select 2 platforms, show up consistently on those 2 platforms, observe it for the next 3 months, but of course build content according to those people that you're the audience that you're targeting on these 2 platforms. Show up consistently, talk about topics that is related to that industry, and build your online presence. Tip number 5, engage with your audience. So personal branding, it's about relationships. It's about connections. You don't just post and ghost. A lot of our clients previously said, like, we have posted so many times, we have posted so many videos, but we have not built that personal brand. Why? Because they just post, they schedule the post and they leave it there. What's important is that you engage with your audience. That's why it's called social media, because you need to reply to the comments, reply to the DMs, and comment also on other people's posts. Don't just post and then wait for people to come follow you. You're not a Kardashian. But if you want to build an authentic, real, personal brand that people can connect with, engage with them. Tip number 6 is invest on your skills and knowledge. So personal brand involves a lot of things. It's not just learning to operate a camera or operate a phone and take a video of your phone and post it. It's about also growing your personal skills and knowledge. Because when you're showing up on social media and you want to build a personal brand, and this is very important, especially if you're building a thought leadership brand, you want to share value. You want to be a leader people look up to, and people will follow you for the value that you share and for the tips that you give. So for me, I read a lot of books. Obviously, I have a lot of books at my background. This year I have also invested in a coach. The past 3 years, I've been in a mastermind group. I'm in an accountability group where we help each other, learn from each other. So it's important that you invest in your skills and knowledge. I practice also speaking on camera because I want to improve my communication skills. I joined BNI for the same reason, because I want to learn to talk to people and not to be an introvert. So it's important that you assess the skills that you have and think of the goals that you want to be. Think of what you want to share to your audience, and if you want to be an expert in something or in an industry, think of how you can improve yourself in that aspect. And people will connect with you when they keep learning from you and they see that you're growing. People like to be inspired, so be inspiring. Tip number 7, collaborate with others. So when we collaborate with others, it means that we build partnerships, because you have to recognize that we need help, that you need help. It's hard to grow a brand organically by yourself. Connect with people in the industry, collaborate with them, exchange ideas, do a video together, be a guest on someone's podcast, or start a podcast and get some people to speak on your podcast, or when you go to an event or when you visit a business, talk about them in your stories, talk about them in your posts. That's how you build collaboration. Find businesses or people that their values and their beliefs align with yours, because then that collaboration will be effective and that you can help build each other up, and both of your audiences will benefit from two of you. Tip number 8, content. Create valuable content, because there's a lot of content that is posted out there. A lot of times you will not even remember what you have liked yesterday or what content that you've seen through your feed yesterday. Because of social media, the rise of content, it's so overwhelming. So how do you stand out with the crowd? How do you connect with your target audience? One thing you can do is build and post valuable content. So how do you do that? So think of what your audience needs. Think of the problem that you can solve for them. Post about this, talk about this in video, and share it on your social media or on your post. And then that will help you build a very relatable personal brand. And also, it will help you build that connection, that authentic connection that you want with your target audience. Tip number 9, be consistent in your visuals and with your messaging. Personal branding is a lot about consistency. Personal brand can be remembered if it's only consistent, like the colors, the look, and the way you speak, the message that you give. When you're also consistent, it makes you also look professional and trustworthy. Think of the font, think of the colors that you want to represent your brand, and think about the tone of voice. So what are the 3 things? Start with the 3 things that you want to be known for. Write those down and build your content with those descriptions, with those 4 pillars in mind. If you want to build a strong personal brand that you want people to remember, you have to think about those things and keep those things in mind. How do you want people to remember you? Shooting a video, whenever you're posting, even in the clothes that you wear on post, you have to stick to this and keep repeating it consistently. And finally, stay true to your values. I am a work in progress. Like, God is working through me, and He is my partner, and I'm the clay. So I let God mold me, change me, and make me a better person. And I want to share that journey with you, because that's what I want to be remembered by. Personal brand is when you build a personal brand, think of what you want people to remember you by. When you're not in the room, what do you want people to say about you? And for me, to be honest, I don't want people to talk about me a lot, but I want people to talk about the God who created me, of the Savior who saved me. So that's very important to me. Like, people meet me, I want them to ask, why are you like that? Or why you have that certain piece? Oh no, I'm not perfect, but I want to talk about the story of God's story, and I want to talk about that whenever I'm in the room or not in the room. So think about those things that you want to be remembered by, and those are your core values, and stick to those core values. And when you become consistent, you not only build a personal brand, but you also build your story and you live a legacy. So think about those things and start building and start sharing your story, because with the power of social media, videos, and these things, our story can linger on, and our story can be told so many times. Imagine if your video got viewed 1,000 times, that means you have 1,000 unique times. That means you have talked to 1,000 people, and your story has been shared to 1,000 people. So use the power of social media, build a good personal brand that you want people to remember you by. And definitely, if you like this video, hit the like button and do share it with your friends. Hope to see you in the next one.